This is the weekly market recap for the week ending September 12, 2025. Starting with SPY, the S&P 500 ETF, dark pool activity concentrated between 657 and 658. The biggest prints landed near $2 billion each at 657.44 and 657.45, forming a clear wall of resistance. For the September 15 expiration, the largest call strikes showed up at 658 and 659, while the biggest put activity concentrated at 626, 637, and 639. The put-to-call ratio came in at 0.10, which signals a very bearish lean going into next week. On to QQQ, the Nasdaq 100 ETF. Dark pool flows clustered between 578 and 586, with key levels at 580.57 and 575.44, both carrying more than $500 million in premium. Calls were active at 584, 586, and 589, but puts dominated at 505, 578, and 561. That left the put-to-call ratio at 0.25, another strong bearish signal. Now IWM, the Russell 2000. Small caps showed heavy demand for protection, with puts at the 237 strike expiring September 19 totaling more than 4,000 contracts. Another 5,000 were loaded at the 225 strike in October. Calls did appear at 215 and 222, but overall the put side far outweighed them, giving IWM a defensive lean. Next is our new weekly feature, Unusual Call Activity. Each week we exclude the usual high-volume mega-cap names like Tesla, Nvidia, and Apple, because they dominate the tape. Instead, we focus on names where call buyers step in unexpectedly. This week's top 3 unusual call names were Open Door Technologies, ticker OPEN, with more than 425,000 contracts and $45 million in premium. Pacific Gas and Electric, ticker PCG, with 206,000 contracts and nearly $3 million in premium. And Altria Group, ticker MO, which saw 126,000 contracts and $169 million in premium. These flows stood out because they hit sectors like real estate, utilities, and consumer defensive that rarely see speculative call buying of this size. To wrap it up, the indexes leaned heavily bearish this week, with puts dominating SPY, QQQ, and IWM, but unusual call activity pointed to accumulation in Open Door, Pacific Gas, and Electric, and Altria. These are the stocks to watch going into next week.